And welcome into the ballpark. Happy to have you with us. The show has an AL East matchup. It's the Boston Red Sox taking on the Baltimore Orioles. John Shambi, Chris Singleton with you. And we got a rubber match on our hands today, partner.
Yeah, the final game of a 3-game set. They've split the first 2, and regardless of how important the series is within the larger picture of the season, it's a game you want to get up for. Every series win feels good, so we should see a fun matchup in this one.
All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. So, almost ready to get underway. Today's starting pitcher, Dean Kremer. And Singy, it's unique these days, but he's more of a pitch-to-contact type of guy.
Yeah, Boogie, he doesn't rely too heavily on the strikeout. He knows he needs to miss barrels, get some soft contact, let the defense do work behind him. And I think a guy like that can keep a good tempo, don't give hitters time to adjust or think. They can move through a ball game, and you look up, they're in line for a quality start. We'll see what he's got in this one.
And base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
First pitch swinging, went up there with the plan to be aggressive. Really nice job staying inside with his hands to fight off that pitch. Man, that cutter was bearing in on him, but he found a way to stay with his approach, didn't spin off it, and he hit it pretty well. And now a chance to maybe get creative on offense with good speed on first.
Now it's the second baseman, Ceddanne Rafaela. Out to center. Settles under this one. Makes the catch for the out. And there's one down. Masataka Yoshida, the next to hit.
Masataka Yoshida.
And that one is lifted in the air. Sizing this one up. 2 down. Rafael Devers up to hit.
The third baseman.
This might be a steal situation, but that's not your average catcher behind the dish. You have to be careful here.
And that's in for a strike.
Looks like he sacrificed to pitch right down the middle for tracking and timing. Some good hitters will do that.
On the ground to third. And that should be extra bases. Duran rounds second on his way to third. And he's got a double. So 2 down, and here's the first baseman, Triston Casas. 2 for 9 so far in the series. Left field, base hit, 1 run is in. Devers headed home. Run comes in from second. It's 2-zip.
Gets him on the board first, coming through with 2 RBIs on that swing. Just a blue hit behind third right there, and that's a really tough play for a third baseman or shortstop to get to, and the same for the left fielder. So he just found a perfect place to drop that one in right there.
2 outs. Foul back our way, and that's out of play. The 0-2. On the ground to the left, Henderson. They get the force, and that is that. Back now at Oriole Park, and our pitcher in this game, Nick Pivetta. Chris, he's got the ability to take control of a game when he's out there.
Incredible mound presence, and he's going to attack hitters. Look at that strikeout per 9 ratio over 10 coming into this start. So he's a pitcher that wants the ball. He's aggressive. He knows that he can get the swing and miss, especially when he needs it most. We'll see how effective he is in this one. Well, after putting up a nice inning on offense, got some runs across, this is where you look for the starter to go out there, have a shutdown inning. Don't give that other team any hope. We just hope that he can get through this inning, get the bats back up there while they're hot.
And it's caught for the out. Time now to take a look at the Orioles lineup put together by manager Brandon Hyde. One guy swinging a hot bat recently, Ramon Urias.
Well, these days we know teams, they put a game plan together for every hitter in a lineup. But a guy like this, they circle him, make sure he doesn't beat you. So they put in a little extra time and effort on how they're going to approach him. He can be a huge difference maker when he's hot. So it's going to be fun to see how they try to work him right here.
Big swing and a miss.
Now there's a certain point where you have to commit to what you think you see, and he guessed wrong right there. Nasty slider with just terrific bite at the end.
Red Sox leading it by 2 here in the rubber match of this 3-game series. Swing and a miss, and he's down on strikes. And there are 2 down.
He's locked in at the plate when he's using the whole field. When he's out in front there, just needs to let the ball travel a little more, and his timing will be back on track. Good pitch for the strikeout.
And first offering is fouled off. 2 down, nobody on. Fastball for a strike, and it's 0-2.
This is a hitter who takes his game to another level, playing at night.
And down on strikes. And a nice inning of work there as he sets him down 1-2-3. And we're back. Here's Tyler O'Neill. O'Neill, a former Gold Glove winner, 28 years old, and he was born in Canada. Hammers that one deep left field and forget it. A gigantic blast. And they tack on to their lead. It's 3-0.
Clearly some frustration out there on the mound right now. I mean, that ball was so close to going foul. Would have been a long strike, but instead, batter gets rewarded. Did a nice job of getting to the pitch and hitting it hard enough to get over the fence.
And the batter now, Connor Wong. Swing and a ball popped up. Castro makes the grab, 1 away.
Batting up, the shortstop.
Here's Trevor Story. Sat out last night's game, but back in there today. A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1.
Filling up the strike zone hasn't been the problem so far. It's the quality of the strikes. That's been the real issue. And you look at the first inning, that's what we saw. Too many pitches out over the plate.
Brings it in, and there's 2 down. So the lineup flips over. Jarren Duran up next for the Red Sox. 1 for 1 with a single and a run scored so far. That one the other way. That's a base hit. So he gets on base and keeps it going. So stepping in for Boston, Ceddanne Rafaela. 0 for 1 with a fly out to center. Ball 1 there.
I love this part of the game. Does he really want to try and steal second against this catcher? I know he's fast, but it's pretty risky.
Misses just off the outside edge. I think that was a strike. Chris, with that distraction and the speedy guy at first, he's in a favorable hitter's count.
Well, if nothing else, I mean, this is a great spot for a hitter to be in.
And there's a hit. Throw in holds the lead runner at second. 2 on now with 2 away. Masataka Yoshida up next for the Red Sox. He's 0 for 1. Pitch is in there. And that's strike 1. Just missed. Swing and a fly ball in the air out towards right center field. It drops in, gets away a little bit. The run comes in from second, and it's 4-0. And that knock bumps his hitting streak into double digits, Chris. He's hitting 10 straight.
Yeah, and on a nice trajectory. Average going up, OBP.
Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. But they get the out at first, and that'll do it for the inning. Put 2 on the board, 4 hits, no errors, but 2 are left stranded. Back here in Baltimore, bottom of the second, and now the right fielder, Anthony Santander. And a pitch. Late with the swing there.
0-1.
Next offering is in for a strike.
Boog, one of our favorites. Jerry Hillsdale umpiring behind home plate in this one. Pretty much by the book with his strike zone.
And because he's so by the book, you'll sometimes see pitchers questioning him. They'll make a good pitch on the edge of the zone, want the strike and not get the call, but most of the time Jerry gets it right. He's a good one. And into the box for Baltimore, Gunnar Henderson. That one misses, and it's 1-0.
Gunnar Henderson was a unanimous choice for American League Rookie of the Year in 2023. Got off to a slow start, but finished the season with 28 homers, playing as the Orioles' everyday shortstop. You know, Adley Rutschman nearly won the award in 2022. The future is bright for the Orioles.
Got it by him for the K.
Yeah, there's no doubt, Brew. Electric stuff from the jump. I mean, there's just no messing around right now. It's still very early, but we could see a pretty impressive outing here if the strikeouts keep coming in the way they are. One thing you have to be aware of, though, is a high strikeout rate might impact the pitch count as the innings roll on.
Swing and a miss. 0-2 now.
No ball, 2 strikes.
And that skips into dirt. The Orioles down by 4, bottom half of inning number 2. Cut on and miss, struck him out, and the Orioles set down in order. Nothing doing this time around for the O's. They're on the short end of a 4-0 score. New inning getting started, and now the first baseman, Tristan Casas. Kremer back to work. Swing and a ball popped up. Urias under it. Hauls it in for the out.
Good hard fastball up in the zone right there. They look really good coming in, but it's so hard to get on top of as a hitter.
Grissom, the next to hit, takes outside.
I think this is an important inning on the mound for him in this game. He's got to find a way to settle things down and give some length in this start.
Next offering is in for a strike. 1 out, base is empty. Swing, and the bat went flying there.
1-2, out.
Out towards right center field. That one gets down for a hit.
You know what they say, he couldn't have thrown it out there any better than that, and certainly the case that time. Just flared it back behind the second baseman and dropped it in there.
O'Neill, the next to hit, takes ball 1. This one popped up. Castro on his way over. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. 2 down. And now it's the catcher for the Red Sox, Connor Wong.
The catcher, Connor Wong.
This one smoked out to left. Mateo makes the grab. And that'll do it. 1 left for the Red Sox. They lead 4-0. Ryan O'Hearn comes up to hit. 2 for 8 in the series so far.
Designated hitter, Ryan.
Swings and misses at the pitch off the plate.
Talk about tying a guy up. That was ugly.
Lifted in the air, right center field. O'Neill makes the grab on the run. Here's Ryan Mountcastle, a former first-round pick, and he's really turned into a nice everyday player. Just missed.
You know, it didn't take Mountcastle long to make a splash at the major league level. In 2021, he became the first rookie to lead the Orioles in home runs since Kurt Blefary in 1965.
Duran makes the catch, and there's 2 away. 2 outs, base is empty. And now the center fielder, Colton Cowser. And first offering is fouled off. 2 outs, base is empty. Out towards left center. Duran on the move to the gap. Brings it in with a nice running grab. And that'll do it. Trevor Story comes up to the plate. You talk about elite defensive players, especially in the middle of the diamond, and this guy is at the top of the list. Right through there for a strike.
Yeah, we go beyond just the fielding percentage and what it looks like, but the ability to have range and close holes that are normally there against an average defender. But this guy is special, and you can see it. He needed that one. It's been a tough stretch at the plate lately. Just kept it simple. Played pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from, and there's just no one there to knock it down.
Drops into the glove. One down. And Chris, beyond the fact that he's so incredible defensively, he also can swing the stick.
Up next for the Red Sox.
And next for the Red Sox, Ceddanne Rafaela.
Ceddanne Rafaela.
Cut!
Kicks and fires. In the air, right field. That's a base hit. Throw into third. And two aboard now as the lead runner stops at second.
With the way defenders track down balls these days, I mean, both from the infield and in the outfield, there really aren't a lot of base hits on balls hit like that. But there's always a little room back behind the first and second baseman to drop a long dart in there, and he found a way. If he can get through this one, put up a 0, this will help in his outings to come.
And it's Rafael Devers in the box.
His next home run will be the 200th in his career. It would be pretty cool to see it right here.
Swinging a foul over the screen and back out of play. Two on, 2 outs. Drilled to right, way back there, and that is gone. That's his 3rd home run of the series. And they throw 3 on the board. It's 7-0. Singy, somebody go track down that baseball. It's number 200 for him.
200 career home runs. That's legitimate power at the plate. And that's something that a lot of guys would dream of getting to. That's exactly the pitch he was looking for. Crushes it and hits it out of the ballpark.
The dugout now, and he's ready to make a move to the bullpen. Dean Kremer will depart. We'll be back in a minute with a new arm on the mound. Coming on for the Orioles, Dylan Tate.
Well, he's been hit pretty hard at times this season, as you see with the big ERA. So this is an important outing for him to get on the right track.
Tristan Casas now at the plate. That one fouled off. The pitch. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2. Movement in the Orioles bullpen. Mike Baumann appears to be getting loose. The Red Sox up big in this one here in the 3rd and final game of the series. Outside. Liner, and that should be extra bases. Around first and hustling for second. And he greets the new arm from the bullpen with a double. Man, Singy, he hit that ball right on the sweet spot. According to StatCast, the exit velo 110 miles an hour.
Yeah, Boog. I mean, that right there is an absolute missile. And he just put a great swing on it, squared it up perfectly. Those are the ones that feel really good.
So now here's the DH, Vaughn Grissom. And first offering is fouled off. Casas stands at second with 2 gone. Swings through that one.
Well, you can't expect to get a great pitch to hit with an open base and a runner on second. He's going to have to really tighten up his sights here, make sure that he can barrel up the ball.
And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. Inning over, and it could have been worse. Sox get 3 on the homer. It's now 7-0. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. This is Willie Castro.
Well, every pitcher wants run support, and having a lead is nice, but it can be challenging for some pitchers. I think keeping the mindset to attack instead of trying to be too fine and have too much finesse. Go after hitters and get quick outs.
Popped up to the left into foul ground, and a quick out, number 1.
The lefty, number 3,
Jorge Mateo now. His first at bat was a strikeout. Foul back our way, and that's out of play. 0-1 now. Swings here and blasts one left field. That's down. One hops off the wall. Around second now, going for 3. The relay throw, and he's out.
Absolutely perfect execution of the relay right there to cut him down at third. He probably should have shut it down at second base and been happy with the double, but it took a great play to get him. You just have to tip the cap.
2 outs, base is empty. Here's Adley Rutschman. That one ripped, but foul. 2 down, nobody on. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Up and in, and that's ball 1. Right side, and it finds its way through for a hit.
Up next is the right fielder,
Anthony Santander at the plate. Struck out looking at his first at bat. And a base hit up the middle. Throw stops the lead runner at second. 2 on and 2 out.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Timing on the swing was good. Able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach paying off.
Makes the play, and it's out number 3. Orioles strand a couple. Not going their way. It's 7-0. The wind and the pitch. O'Neill in the box again. Takes a strike.
You know, these Red Sox doing a good job of simply getting the bat on the ball in this game, and the numbers back that up. Double-digit hits, and they've done a great job of avoiding the strikeout. Only one of them so far, which tells you a lot.
Line drive. Takes it in for the out.
That swing right there tells me he's seeing the ball pretty well. I know it didn't produce a hit, but he made solid contact, and that's all you're looking to do anytime you're at the plate.
Connor Wong up next for the Red Sox. And that is cut on and missed. Slider
No
right
ball,
there.
1 strike.
There's a swing and a miss.
No base hits in the series for him so far, and it's clearly been a rough one. You just hope he's not pressing too hard, because that just compounds things. It makes the slump even longer. Never seemed to help. Never helped me.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Nice. Doubled up with the slider for that punch out. The one before just caught the zone. So as a hitter, you have to protect right there. Great pitch to just expand a little bit more. He got that chase he was looking for. That right there is good pitching.
Story in the box now. No balls and a strike. T, 29 years old, a former first-round pick back in 2015. Up the middle. Henderson over to first in time. And Story is out. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. Red Sox go down quietly, but they're still in control. It's 7-0. Here's the third baseman, Ramon Urias.
third baseman,
As he turns on the rubber, with that good live arm delivers. And that's downstairs and outside.
You know, these Orioles, as you probably noticed, haven't been shy at the plate at all. In fact, they've probably been too aggressive at times. They're swinging at more than 70% of the first pitches they've seen today, and it's just not working out for them. So those first pitch numbers tell me they should try to find a way to slow this game down a bit. Things have been moving just too quickly for them at times.
That one is absolutely belted, and that gets down in the corner. Now he'll turn for second, and he's there with a leadoff double.
Well, that was one of those high percentage advantage counts where batting averages are just so much higher. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
Rips that one to right. O'Neill makes the catch. One away. So digging in, Ryan Mountcastle. Right through there for a strike.
Oh, he's looking great so far. It helps when over 80% of your first pitches are strikes. He might be able to go the distance if he keeps this up.
Urias, the runner at second with one away. That one off the mark, and that is ball one. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Blew the express right by his bat for strike three.
I'm not sure that was the exact location the pitcher wanted, but it worked. He got the swing and miss, and I'm sure a bit of sigh of relief after seeing that one go through the zone.
Cowser stands in now and watches strike one. And he's down 0-2 as he swings through it.
More and more guys are looking to slug regardless of the count. In this situation, we'll keep a close eye on his approach.
And the right-hander deals. Popped up. Devers under it. He's got it. And that is out number 3. One left for the Orioles. They continue to trail 7-0. So the batting order turns over, and stepping in is the speedy Jarren Duran. Swings and blasts one deep to left center. A dive, and he can't haul it in. It's a double. Third hit of the night for him.
Waste no time there. Anytime you can drive a ball into the gap the other way, it feels so good. And that's when you know you're right where you need to be at the plate. And it's even better when it gets you extra bases. Love looking in at your dugout and seeing the guys fired up.
This one in the air center field. Cowser makes the catch. And there's one away. Now the left fielder, Masataka Yoshida, 1 for 3. That misses. Ball 1. Man at second. Swing and a miss. 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Left-hand hitter waits. And he grounds one to the right side. And he handles it himself for the out. Here's Rafael Devers. He's already homered in this game. Hammer, base hit. In comes the run from third. It's 8-0. And his hot hitting continues.
They kept him in the yard that time, but all he's doing now is passing the baton, and everything seems to get started around this guy.
And now, Tristan Casas. Here's a high chopper, Mountcastle. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. 1 run, a pair of hits, no errors, and 1 left on. Top of the order due up in the home half of the 6th. Red Sox. So back to the top of the Orioles lineup. Here's the Orioles leadoff.
The second baseman,
So the Red Sox go to the bullpen. Brian Bayo.
And as relievers go, he's not a big strikeout guy. He tries to force weak contact, so command and execution are huge for him.
In the air, out towards left center. Yoshida makes the catch, and there's one gone.
Really nice job to get your first out of the ball game.
Foul ball. Swings through that. The Red Sox up big in this one here in the bottom of the sixth. Got him looking. Two gone.
Clearly looking out over the plate on that outer third, and that pitch finished. Right down the middle, just a little bit in, and he couldn't pull the trigger.
Rutschman in the box again, takes a strike.
Some hitters are just more confident if they can track that first pitch out of the hand of the pitcher. They don't care if they fall behind 0-1.
2 outs. Out to short. Story sends it over to first. Gets him easily, ends the inning. 3 go the Orioles. Still 8-0. So now the DH spot. Vaughn Grissom. Eddie Diaz. That one ripped. Back there. Going, gone. He made him pay for that one, and they boost their lead. It's 9-0. That's their 3rd home run of the game.
They're having a lot of fun at the plate in this one. They've got the long ball working for them on autopilot. Welcome to the game. First pitch out of the bullpen, a tough one. And you know he's just trying to get one in there for a strike. And on the other side, as a hitter, it's a great time to be aggressive and let it fly. It's not what they were looking for when they turned to him, but now he's got to find a way to reset.
O'Neill now in the box. Comes up empty with a swing there. Kicks and deals. That's inside, and it's a ball and a strike. Action in the pen down there. Brian Baker is up and throwing for Brandon Hyde. Bauman getting loose as well. That one's in there, and that's strike 2. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Really went aggressive in with that slider. Good 2-strike pitch right there. At worst case scenario, it's weak contact in play. Exactly where he and the catcher wanted it.
Wong in the box here lets that one go for a ball. Next offering is in for a strike.
Well, they've kept him pretty quiet in this series. Still doesn't have a knock. I know you want to get that first knock out of the way. Maybe more will come, but you got to give some credit to the pitching staff. They've had a great plan against him.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
That was a tough slider right there. He couldn't get a piece of it just to try to keep the at-bat alive. And hitters will tell you that slider, when a guy's able to really tunnel the pitch where it looks like a fastball and then late has a really good bite, so tough to lay off of because you've made the decision you don't want to get beat by a fastball, and then you swing and you miss. You go back to the dugout shaking your head.
Check swing. Now we'll look down to first. Didn't go. 1 run across in the frame so far here in the top half of inning number 7. That one finds the zone. 1 and 2. High fly ball lifted in the air right field. Santander settles underneath it, makes the grab, and that's the inning. The Red Sox pick up a run on the homer. It's now 9-0. Here's the Oriole cleanup hitter, Anthony Santander. There, 1 for 2. Bayo back to work. And that's a strike. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
Definitely not a pitch location you're expecting up there as a hitter when you know the guy's got a good sinker ball. If he can get in that location, boy, you've got to look top to bottom, and that's going to make it very difficult to hit.
Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. And the leadoff man aboard.
A couple of hits in a row for him here. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws.
And another ball.
Well, the leadoff man gets on. You want to minimize the threat by playing sound defense. Hopefully the pitcher can get a ball on the ground and they can roll him up for 2.
Fought off foul. The Orioles with a lot of ground to make up. Here at the bottom of the 7th. Struck him out looking. Now the third baseman, Ramon Urias.
Third baseman.
Swing and a miss.
You throw a fastball by a guy like that, I imagine it's got to feel incredible. Look for him to throw it again at some point.
On the ground left side, 6, 4, 3. It's a double play. And that'll do it for the inning. This one pretty well decided at this point. We look ahead to inning number 8. It's the Red Sox. So the Red Sox lineup turns over. Here's the center fielder, Jarren Duran. And the pitch. Fastball for a strike. Movement in the bullpen. Ryan Baker is up and throwing for Brandon Hyde. That one pushed foul out of play off to the left. And that's in the dirt. Got him swinging for the strikeout. Slider got him for strike 3.
Well, that's always the key to effective pitching is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Hitters become defensive, and all of a sudden that plate starts to get really wide. And what happens is because of the pressure, you end up committing to a pitch as a batter before you recognize what it is, and that's what leads to the strikeout.
The Red Sox up big in this one, and we're at the top of the 8th. Bounced up the middle. On to first. And a couple of quick outs. 2 outs, base is empty. Here's the left fielder, Masataka Yoshida. Pitch misses there. 1-0. 2 down, nobody on. Here in the rubber match of this 3-game series. In the air, left field. That gets down for a hit.
Another multi-hit game for him. He's been really hot lately. That's a ball that a lot of times you'll see the shortstop or left fielder be able to get to if it hangs up in the air long enough. But right there, it just died and found a way to drop in on the green stuff for base hit.
And a strike to Devers.
That front door slider is such a devastating pitch. You don't want to get beat by the inside fastball, so you cheat a little bit, and then by the time it gets there, it's out of the swing plate.
Runs it up to 96 to record the punch out. And the Red Sox leave 1, but they still hold a 9-0 lead. Now it's the DH, Ryan O'Hearn.
The designated hitter.
And the pitch. Bayo, in his 2nd season, he features a sinker, a changeup, a slider, a four-seamer, and occasionally uses a cutter. Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Right-hander kicks, deals. Foul ball left side, he'll see another. Swing, and this one's bounced to the ground. Story. 1 up, 1 down. So up next, Ryan Mountcastle. Swings through that one for strike one.
Well, he threw that fastball right by him. Gives him a little bit of confidence, but in the back of your mind, you got to think, is he trying to set me up for later in this at-bat?
He dives, but can't hang on. That's a base hit. The throw in, and he's there with a double. Pablo Reyes coming into the game now as the injury replacement.
Number 15,
Colton Cowser, the next to hit for the Orioles.
Reyes.
And first offering is fouled off. Runner at second here, one gone. Next offering is in for a strike. Swings and misses, and there are two outs. Back to the top of the lineup, Willie Castro, the next to hit for the Orioles. That one finds the zone. Strike one. Runner at second, two down. Here the bottom half of the eighth inning. Makes his way towards it, and he can't quite get there. It's a foul ball. And that misses off the outside edge. This to third, Devers. Play made, that ends the inning. Now at Oriole Park, all set to start the ninth in this one. And stepping in for Boston, Triston Casas. And the first pitch misses for ball one.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. With that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
Swing and a miss, and that one missed by a ton.
1-1.
This guy's got such a good sinker. As a hitter, you've got to look up in the zone. If you look down, you're going to be chasing stuff in the dirt.
Swing and a miss, and he was fooled.
Buckus started in and ended up on the outside edge, just changing planes and very difficult,
2-2.
especially for a left-handed hitter to track.
Wouldn't chase that time. Outside, and that is ball four.
His ability to draw walks has been something that's been part of his career since day one.
So digging in, Vaughn Grissom. He's already homered here in this one. That's in there. 0-1.
There it was, a high velocity fastball in the zone. I think a little frustration from walking the previous hitter. He's got good stuff. Pitch inside the zone and trust it.
Swing and a line drive curling foul down the right side. Pitch misses, and the count 1-2.
And that's awfully close. I don't know how you take that. He's seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well right now.
That one not close. 2-2.
Clearly didn't come out of his hand the right way. Left that curveball way up.
At the belt and fires. That one misses, and it's 3-2.
Full count.
And he swings and lifts one to deep center field. That one's back there. And out of here. Another homer. His second home run of the game. It's 11-0. That's their fourth home run of the game.
They can't stop, and they won't stop hitting home runs in this one, Boog. They're clearly feeding off of each other at the dish. Took on the big part of the yard for that home.
So they turn to Craig Kimbrel.
Big swing and miss stuff right here, Boog. Averaging more than one strikeout per inning this season. So far, he's been pretty electric.
And here is Tyler O'Neill. Swing and a miss as he was out front.
0-1.
Righty to the plate. Strike two.
Absolutely frozen on that heater, right down the middle, and that's a pitch you're just not getting back. Now he's in a tough spot, especially after falling behind on a good first pitch.
Righty delivers. The punch out there, and a strikeout for the first out here in the ninth. Connor Wong up next for the Red Sox. It's interesting, he plays kind of a power spot defensively, but runs pretty well. So when you're looking at that position, you're not expecting someone that has maybe above average speed, but he does. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did.
And I think that skill set really upgrades the position, because when you have that kind of speed, it makes the whole team that much better.
Oh, he doesn't get the call. And it's 1-1. What about him playing another position on defense, one that would require a little more range?
Absolutely. And I think if push came to shove where they had to make a move during a game, it'd surprise a lot of people. You might even be able to put him in center field.
One down, base is empty. Bounce to the left side. Throws to first in time.
The bat, number 10. Shortstop.
Here's Trevor Story now.
Story.
First pitch doesn't find the zone. Here's a high fly ball out to center. Cowser has a beat on it. He's got it, and that'll end the inning. 2 runs for Boston on the home run. We head now to the bottom of the ninth. Kenley on here.
Compared to some days, this is a pretty low leverage appearance for him, so he should be fairly free and easy out there. Still have to keep yourself sharp and attack the strike zone.
There's a strike, 95 of that one.
Big at bat right here. He did the team thing, took until he got a strike. Now he's got to go to work, shorten up that swing a little bit, do whatever it takes to get on base.
Outside low, and it's 2-2. Bounce to the right. He takes it on his own. 1 up, 1 down.
The catcher, number 35. Adley.
He's 2 outs away. Adley Rutschman, the next to hit for the Orioles. Fastball in for a strike, 0-1. Jansen, a former All-Star. He throws a cutter, a 2-seamer, and he works in a slider. Here comes a pitch. Foul ball, still 0-2. Base is empty, 1 away. Here at the last half of inning number 9. Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. He decides to eat it, and he's on at first. So now the Orioles cleanup hitter, Anthony Santander. And a foul ball. The 0-1. There's a swing and a drop. Durant going back. Caught just shy of the wall. So it's their last chance in this one. Next for the Orioles, Gunnar Henderson. And first offering is fouled off. And a pitch. Swung on, belted. Way back there. And that one hops the wall. Here comes Rutschman around third. He scores, and they're on the board, but lots of ground to make up.
Comes through with the RBI. Pretty much just a textbook double into the gap. And when you can drop one in there between the outfielders, you know you're making the turn at first. Just an excellent swing.
The pitch.
Ball. 1 ball, 1 strike.
That one missed. Ground ball, and this should do it. And that chance handled. Throw to first. Ball game. And the Red Sox win the rubber match of this 3-game series.
This is a huge win to take this series on the road before heading back home. You go home feeling good about yourselves. You've got some good momentum. But at home, you also have a higher expectation to play well. So they're going to have to maintain the focus because those fans are expecting a lot.
An 11-1 final. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Schaub.